Oh my god, this is like the cover to some sick, twisted romance novel. Hey, what's up YouTube land? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Final Fantasy XIII Play Arts Odin. Yes, so here we are, and there he is. And this figure is freaking huge, so huge that he is actually standing at the other end of the table just to get him in frame, and he is still not totally in frame. I can't even reach him from where I'm at right now. That's how far away he is. But he is impressive. He does have some faults, which I will get to, but he is still impressive. Now, we'll take a quick look at the packaging, which will require a random jump cut! Hey, what's up YouTube land? Oh wait, this isn't the beginning of the show. Sorry, just force of habit. Anyway, we're going to take a quick look at the box here, and as you can see here, this box is freaking huge. And just to get an idea of how big this box is, there's lightning. Yeah, big box. So, yeah, it's just your typical Play Arts packaging, Final Fantasy, blah blah blah. Nice picture of Odin here on the side. It's pretty cool. And back here you have the obligatory product shot. Although it's a very nice obligatory product shot, I really like this. Very cool looking. There's a very cool picture here of Lightning atop her steed, wielding the giant sickle sword thing, which unfortunately you will not be able to strike this pose with your figure, and I will show you why when I get back to the review. So, there's the box. It's huge. And now we'll get back to the toy. So, again, jump cut! And here we are back with the figure. Now, as I said before, this thing is massive. And just for another size comparison here, there's Lightning. Yeah. Friggin' huge. Now, just for a little more accurate description here of the size. Whoop. Now, whereas Lightning stands at a little over 9 inches, Odin, at his tallest point, stands at about 18 inches. So, yeah, he is a big boy. Now I'm actually going to pick up my camera here and go to the figure to show off the detail. Now there's the head sculpt, which is just amazing. This figure is just so well done. The detail is amazing. The paint apps are spectacular. Everything is just, it's really, really impressive. I mean, all the way down his legs, down to the feet. And you got this massive blade, sickle blade thing, whatever it's called, I don't know, but it's still just freaking awesome. Got lovely detail here on these big shoulder pads. Has a little inscriptions on it. Hey, if anybody can read that, let me know what it says. Hey, there's a challenge for you. He's got this big mane hanging off the back of his head with little ornamentation dangling off of it. This wonderfully done figure, down to the musculature in the arms. Just spectacular. Such a wonderfully, wonderfully done figure. Now put the camera back down. Now, the figure unfortunately does have faults, whereas I didn't find that many faults. I didn't find any faults with Shiva, actually. This figure does have some flaws. Now, one of those flaws is, let me pick up the camera again, this right here. This giant shield that Odin has on his left arm. It looks great, it looks awesome, but it is a major, major pain in the ass to get on there. It took me, I think, roughly about 10 minutes to get that shield on his arm, because the way you get it on, the pegs just don't line up right, and you really have to force things in, and it's really just kind of an awkward thing. And once I finally got it on, I'm afraid to touch it because it might fall off. But it's a minor knock against the toy. Another minor knock against the toy is this cape right here. The cape really doesn't stay on too securely. It pegs on to his back, but if you just kind of tap it, it falls right off. It really just doesn't stay on too securely. You can see the two pegs right there. I mean, it kind of works, but not really. You just kind of have to fiddle with it to keep it on there. Not the biggest fan of that cape or the shield, but what can you do, folks? What can you do? Now, I'll take his weapon out here so you can get a closer look at that. If I can get it out of his hand. Let go! Now, these weapons just look spectacular. They're basically just giant sickles, I guess. And you see the lovely, this horse design here. And the paint apps on the handle is just beautifully done. Just all this molded detail is wonderfully, wonderfully done. And got a little lightning detail going all the way around. Wonderful, wonderful. I love it. Now, another knock against this. Lightning is basically supposed to be able to hold these weapons. Now, what they include in the package, they give you an extra set of hands. And these hands are meant for Lightning, so she can hold these said weapons. Now, again, major pain in the ass to get these hands around this. You can see here there's a peg hole right there, and there's a peg right here in the palm. And basically you're going to fight with this thing for about 10 minutes or so to get this thing in around this, and then to kind of wedge that peg into that hole. And once you spend about 10 minutes and you get that thing pegged in there real good, it doesn't matter, because the second you try to actually pose Lightning with this thing, the blades just fall right out. She cannot hold on to them with these hands. They just don't work for holding on to these weapons, which is unfortunate, because it would have made for such so much cooler display to have, you know, Lightning atop her steed wielding these giant things. I mean, that would have looked so awesome, and unfortunately you can't do it, and that sucks. But as usual, what are you gonna do? So we'll get down to the one major thing that this thing can do, and that is transform. So we're going to transform it into its, I believe they called it the equine form. So we'll get down to it. So you basically just want to start taking him apart. Now, just readjust my camera here. Now basically, you want to take the cape off. You want to take the shield off. You saw how easy that popped off. And just to show this off, it holds on with this thing right here, and this, whoa, stay. This thing right here, this thing right here. It pegs in and then just wedges in to this little gauntlet bit right here on the side of his arm, and it's just such a pain in the ass. But anyway, let that down. Set that to the side. You want to take these little, just my camera again here. You want to take these little ears off of his head, which still nicely done. I like the gold paint. It looks very gives it kind of an antique look, and I like that. I'll take those off. You want to take off the big mane, and then you want to rip off his arms. Now pop those off. Excuse me. Pop those off. And he's very much a parts former. Now, you want to get the arms ready. What you want to do is, they include this extremely helpful tool. Yeah, that's it. And what you're going to do is, you're just going to run it through this hole right here. And it gives you something to grab onto, and you can just pop that ball joint right out. Very simple, but a very helpful tool. I like that. And then you're going to replace it with this ball joint, which is meant for the equine mode, and that just pops right in. So you have that. And then you want to take these little shoulder pads here, and as you can see here, they're on a little double hinge here, and you just kind of rotate that down like that. Then you want to take this hand, you want to pop it off, and you want to pop on these hands, which basically are just kind of an outstretched, hand, and that's just the one that fits here, and you just want to pop that back in, and you want to rotate it so these little spikes here are facing outward, and you're just going to take this section here and just rotate it, and it'll basically lock into place via this little peg right here that's on a spring. Take it pegs right in there, and you have that. So now you have one leg with a hoof. Then you want to come here, and you just want to do the same thing with the other arm. Just wedge this in here. Oh, it's giving me problems. Oh, this popped off. And there is a lot of things here that can pop off on you, unfortunately. Come on, buddy. There we go. Pop off the ball joint. And please forgive me if all of this is not on camera, but considering what I have to work with, I just have to make do. So there you go. Popped in the new ball joint. Rotate that down. Pop off this hand. Pop off the other hand. Rotate this whole section here with the hoof. If I can, there we go. Take it, rotate it. Oh, make sure the hand is in the right position. Little spikes sticking out. Lock that in place. And there you have another leg with a hoof. So there you have it. Now, we can take this shield here, take it apart, just pop this section off. Here you got the horse's head. You want to take this section here, bring it all the way forward, and that'll complete the neck. You just bring up the horse's head, bring up his little ears, and there you have the horse's head, which I'll just show off the detail right now. Again, very, very nicely done. It just looks awesome. And with all this musculature here in the neck, just looks so, so cool. Mr. Ed, eat your heart out. Let's put that to the side for now. Now basically, just to show you what's going on here, I basically have a table full of spare parts right now. This is sick. It's crazy. But this is what you have to do. I don't make the rules. Alright, so we're going to pop him off the stand. Alright, get down to Odin. I'm going to transform his legs. What you're going to do is you're going to pop off these feet from the horse's feet. And this is also pegged right here in the back of the calf. And you're just going to pop that off. You're going to bring the leg up, just fold it up like so. And it'll tab in right behind the thigh, which for some reason doesn't like to stay on for me. There we go. And bring the horse's leg down, and you got that. Just want to do the same thing with the other side. Take this, fold it up, And there you got the other horse's leg. Now, you want to take the body, rotate it 180. So now you basically have him looking up, and you're going to slide this whole section here with the horse head. You're going to take it, slide it over his face. Like so. Then you're going to take this section right here and slide it up top. And that will lock that in place. And you turn that up. And there you have that. And now you're basically going to take the hooves, take them back in. You're going to take this piece, which is now going to be his tail. You see there are two pegs right there. There are two ports right here. And you just take it, slide it on, like so. And there you have Odin in his equine form, which is simply amazing. Again, just the sheer level of detail in this mode. It just looks as cool as he looks in his humanoid form. It looks just as good in the equine form. You see here his saddle. There's again nice markings in it. Again, if you can read that, let me know what it says. The challenge is on. But yeah, it just looks spectacular. And since lightning can't actually hold the weapons, what I do is I just take her, just sit her here on top of Odin with her sword, as if to say, "Go, Odin! Ride off into battle!" But yeah, this is simply amazing. It does have its faults, but in the end, it makes for such an awesome display. I would definitely recommend it. And I will do my typical Final Fantasy plug. If you have not played Final Fantasy XIII, get it. Play it. Is an amazing game. And I would definitely recommend that you pick up this figure too. It's a little pricey, but it's worth it, I believe. It's available now on BigBadToyStore.com, and yeah, get it. You won't regret it. It does have some fiddly bits, but like I said, in the end, it makes for such an awesome display. So, I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So there is the Final Fantasy XIII Play Arts Odin, and this is EmGo, signing off.